Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about common computer terms. Your bell work answer is troubleshooting, analyzing problems to correct faults in the system. So troubleshooting is something that you do every single day. You just didn't probably know that there was a word. So every time that you hit reset on your phone, that's troubleshooting. Control delete on a computer is troubleshooting. Unplugging the router or modem and plugging it back in is troubleshooting. So you probably actually do that every day and don't even realize. The what are common computer terms. How are we going to learn it? The agenda, binary code, input, output, internet in the cloud. And at the end, there is a TED talk on hacking. And then why? Because in order to have digital literacy and maximize keyboarding, we need to understand how the computer works. So adopting technology, one of the first thing is the adoption curve, right? 2.5% of all people who adopt technology are called innovators. They're the first people at Apple that stand in line, getting excited and waiting to get in the door and kick the door in. 13.5% are early adopters. They might get it a couple weeks after it comes out, but they won't wait in line. 34% are the early majority. They get the phone while it's still within its first year or so. 34% of the late majority, they wait for the next model to come out before getting this one, or maybe even a model and a half behind. And 16% of all people are laggards. That's my parents. They wait until the very, 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 very end, and then all of a sudden are like, oh, the smartphone thing, or wow, debit cards instead of checks, or whatever it might be, right? Streaming video. This Amazon, I can't believe I can order a book. My dad calls FaceTime Facebook, so you can understand how laggardy these laggards really can be. Parts of a computer, what are they? Your keyboard, your system unit, speaker, screen, monitor, microphone, the mouse. If you're on a laptop or a Chromebook, it obviously looks a little bit differently, but that is a potential. What are the different functions is something we're going to look at. But computers used to work this way. In binary code, a series of zeros and ones, right? This Bernoulli guy sat in a jail cell and he flipped a quarter. And every time the quarter was on heads, he would put a mark over on the left. Every time it was on tails, he put one on the right. He figured out whether he did that, say, 50 times or 50,000 times. He pretty much came out to 50-50, heads or tails, as long as the coin was weighted evenly. Computers use that exact same thing in the early days. The lights behind the computer would be 0 to turn off and 1 to turn on. So if you were going to have a picture of a baseball, it would put enough ones to make a baseball in the stitches. All right, and the background would be like a dark green, and those would be in a light green. They only could turn a light on 0 or 1. Eventually, they magnified that, right? And now it's all of these thousands of different colors that can be 0 or 1. But in the end, computers really do still work on binary code, on or off, 0 or 1. Some of our other answers. What are some common input devices? A device that feeds that into a computer would be keyboard, mouse, scanner, or microphone, right? Common output devices, anything that comes out of a computer. So your monitor, printer, or speakers. Hardware and software. Hardware are the tangible objects that you can actually touch, like the NFL Combine, right? Height, weight, hand size, 40-time vertical jump, and broad jump. Those are all things that we can measure. All right, so examples might be a hard drive, display screens, keyboards, printers, boards, chips. Software is intangible. Sure, it's on a disk, but we don't actually use the disk. We just install it, right? So those are untouchable. It exists in ideas, concepts, and symbols. Consider the music on Spotify, right? It's just out there in the cloud. Google Chrome, Microsoft Word, those are all software or intangible items. Think about Fortnite and Madden, right? This was my version of Fortnite and Madden. So you're looking at how bad graphics and technology used to be, right? Duke Nukem 3D for the PC, Tecmo Super Bowl for the NES. This is what games used to look like. So on the back of our desktops in the classroom, we normally have a lot of these ports. I'm personally not really sure of all the different types of laptop ports and things. Some of them have these and some of them don't. But as far as chips go inside the computer, you're always going to have memory slots and panel connectors and CPU sockets, areas to expand memory, space, video cards, things like that. Types of memory. You have RAM, random access memory. That's how fast the program loads. Double click on Chrome. ROM, your next answer, read-only memory. That's how fast the computer turns on. Of course, you have an operating system. It's kind of like a baseball field, right? Computer is the stadium. The operating system is the field. The players and are the apps. You have the internet and the cloud. How the cloud really works is your next answer. And 7 steps to writing an email. Hope you guys have a great day.